logic and rule of the interclustral court was that a genuine complaint is one that the plaintiff would not be embarrassed to make it public. But most of the people were embarrassed after their complaints were read by customer service, and the rest of the complainers laughed at them, and they withdrew the complaint halfway through. I had never been to the interclustral court before, so I decided to take a look around. As I continued to walk, I passed a very small door that looked more like a hatch. A very narrow corridor in which I had to crawl. It took me a while to realize that I was in a cooler channel. Maybe because my fingers froze and caused pressure on the nerve channels of my right foot. As I was crawling in the tube, I heard a voice that caught my attention. Amaxon, the largest and fastest interclustral virtual store. There was a talk about Amaxon being done. A thin and very innocent female voice said, "We must not let the green-blue-white globe advance herself. Otherwise, the Proxima Centauri B attack on the globe may fail. If Proxima Centauri B can't capture Earth, it can become an interstellar civilization. So they'll never sell us their pink paint they paint their feet with. We must stop the progress and civilization of the green-blue-white globe." Amaxon has suggested to spread false information through their online bookstore with their secret branch in the planet, which is known there as Amazon, and thus they prevent the progress of the planet. Yes, the Amazon bookstore in the green-blue-white globe will mislead humans from truth. Of course, I have news that right now there is an application called TikTok that performs this task well. Or maybe it is better to invest in TikTok. Another voice said, "No, I agree more with Amazon because the people who should be targeted are not found in TikTok. They are mostly found in Amazon online bookstore." The rest of the crowd confirmed his opinion. The same person said again, "So I will pass the instruction to the head of Amaxon, Phaphil. I think he is currently meeting with high-ranking members of the interclustral court. I think Amaxon has decided to create serious obstacles for the progress of the green-blue-white sphere. According to their agreement with the planet Proxima Centauri B, Amazon must apply the stupid absorbent to all of their equipment, so that the people of the planet will become even more stupid than they are by touching their products, and they will never be able to resist being captured by Proxima Centauri B." I got bored from this conversation and passed until I reached a door, and thank Quantum, I finally reached the place. There was a red hall full of different ships. The hall was very beautiful and expensive, and it was clear that it was the parking place for the ships of high-ranking people of the interclustral court. As I was walking between the different ships, a moment stopped. I'm serious. Time stopped. It seems that the sale of the time at the nearest fully timed time-selling store had a problem, and their repair department had not yet reached this part of the all-galaxy to fix time and return it to its proper place. While the flow of time was disrupted, my gaze remained fixed on a ship. It was called the photosynthesizing microbe. It was the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I could not take my eyes off it. I didn't know if it was like this because time had stopped or because it was really a very cool ship. That ship gave me a special feelings that the interclustral court had not yet created a word for it, feelings that were still not well understood by the virtual and semi-virtual channels of my right foot and were completely new. My hands were shaking and my heart was beating fast. Photosynthesizing microbe. I whispered her name several times. The sound of a few people's feet was heard. It seemed that the time was repaired by the time store, and now everything is running. I hid behind that ship, and when those people left there, I entered the channel again. I returned to the main hall again. One tickled the back of my leg. I turned back and saw that it was Phaphil. I said, "Phaphil, my disabled friend, what are you doing here? Aren't you the spy of Proxima Centauri B on Earth?" Weren't you bought by the anti-cold polar bear for the price of one blow to put you in a black hole?" He sighed and said, "Let's go." I went with him. I passed through several different doors and halls until we entered a coffee shop. We both ordered a sour